Welcome to a video from thedigitallifestyle.com. This video we're going to have a look at this Lumia 735. It's about 130 quid, something like that, on without a contract, so you're not talking a high-end phone, but you have got some nice high-end features, so let's have a look at the phone. So here's the phone. It's got a very nice looking screen to it and a really nice design to it. It's got, I don't know if I can show this really, the camera. So it's got this kind of curved edge to it. All curved feel to it, so it's very soft and easy to hold. It looks like it's a sort of an all-in-one device, you know, that you can't remove the back on because of this curved design. Unlike something like the 630, which you can see has got this kind of removable back. But this, in fact, does have a removable back. This polycarbonate back does come off, and inside there you can fit a NanoSIM and a MicroSD card, up to 128 gig on the MicroSD card. In terms of ports, you've got a headphone port and micro USB, and it also supports the Qi standard wireless charging, so you can wireless charge this, and that's how I've been charging this. You stick it on the plate like that and it charges, no wires needed. The one thing that I noticed on this that I do miss from my 1520 is there's no dedicated camera button. And I use a 1520, and 1520 you can hold down the camera button. I held it down there, and you're on to taking pictures really quickly. In fact, that's one of the great things about 1520. It's got very fast out-of-pocket experience to camera. So on this one, if you're going to take a photo, you've got to swipe down, hit the camera key, and then you can take a photo. So not as fast as something like the 1520. Something else I've noticed as well is, you won't see it all the time, but maybe we'll see it as we record the video. There's no dedicated Windows key on this. It's an on-screen search, which is Cortana, Windows and back button, and sometimes these disappear and you swipe up to bring them back. It's the first time I've seen that on one of these phones. On my 630 they're always there. Like I said, on the 1520 they're dedicated buttons. The screen is actually running 1280 by 720, and I really like the screen on it. It's really very bright, very clear, and nice looking screen. I mean, that's a good thing. That's always been a strong point of the Lumias, is they've got good screens, and this is no exception. I really like the screen on this one, much better than the 630, which was my test phone, and not far off my 1520, which is a high-end phone. The processor in this is a Qualcomm Snapdragon 400 quad-core processor. Windows Phone works very well on low-end processors anyway, so processor and speed switching between the apps isn't going to be a problem. Everything is very responsive on there, much more responsive than 630, I would say, really, and that's pretty good. Even, like I said, low-end phones on Windows always seem to perform very well. I have put a game on here, so here's Minecraft running on the phone, and how to play while I demonstrate on video, but you can see it's very smooth. There's no lags. I've not had any crashes with it, and so there's no problems with that, and I can whack the sound up a bit. Let's do a bit of digging. It's got 1 gig of RAM, so that helps with the performance. The 630, 635s only have 512 meg of RAM, and that means some games won't run on them, and I found with Windows 10, when I've been testing Windows 10, it's a bit sluggish as well. So I think the 1 gig of RAM will certainly help. It's got a 4G radio on it as well, so I'm picking up 4G here as well as Wi-Fi. So again, a good phone if you want it. You could be using a lot of data with it. Some other things I like on it, it's got double tap to wake, which is really nice. I use that a lot. I always switch my phones on that way, to saves you fumbling around for the Another feature I like is double tap to wake, which saves you fumbling around for the keys to switch it on. You just double tap, swipe up, and you're on. Let's try some video playback, see what this is like. We'll try iPlayer. Did decent volume from the speaker there. And good looking video. Screen's really nice for playing videos on. I think that's one of the nice things about this is the screen. I really do like it. I mentioned cameras. There's one of the main features on this is the wide-angled front camera. So it's got a 5 megapixel front camera, and you can use it with the Lumia selfie app. And there you can see us on it. So you get a very wide shot, as you see here. You get a very wide shot when taking photos with the phone with the front camera, and not grainy either. I've tested some other phones and you get a very grainy front camera. This is actually quite good. So this would be good for Skype and taking selfies on as well. The rear camera is 6.7 megapixels. As you saw that before, I actually took some photos when I was outside. Let's have a look. And it's producing some nice colours. So you can see these plants, nice bright colours at 6.7, and there is a flash on there as well. Something else many low-end phones don't have, or certainly the 630 doesn't have. There's about 8 gig of internal storage space on there. See, I swiped up then to bring that back. And like I said before, you can expand that with SD card, 128 gig SD card. Windows Phone handles SD cards very well. You can just put all apps, media, and photos and everything onto the SD card, and have Windows Phone do that. So you're not really limited by having a small onboard memory, which I think is really good. Here's it with the 630. And you see it's got that sort of taller screen, and slightly slimmer as well, and it definitely has a premium feel over the plastic back of the 630. Here it is with a 1520, which is a much bigger phone, but I think what I like about this is it really feels nice and well made, and if you're looking for a Windows Phone, this is a really good option. I'm not sure how it compares with the 640 and the 640 XL at the moment. I need to test that, and we'll have a look at that as well. So overall, a really nice phone, decent price, in a nice package, good little mid-range phone with lots of features. Thanks for watching this video, and there'll be more on thedigital lifestyle.com.